Is your days looking like this? If so, we are the same. So in this video, I am going to reconnect with all of my old hobbies that I once pursued in my life, but it's just been scattered along and I haven't been able to pick them up again. But I think it'll be my 2026 resolutions because I really want to get off of my phone for a while. I think I put so much attention to my phone and my social media. I've been doing like this self-branding kind of thing, and I think it's time to reconnect with some good old hobbies that I have. So in this video, I am going to be reconnecting to all of it. So since I was a child, I love to do things. I love to do DIY. I love to make something from scratch or from once considered a trash, or like scraps, fabric, paper, everything and anything that I can find in my home. I think DIY has been a part of my life since I was a child. It is until now though. Like at some point I do love to paint, even though that I am not good at it. I think it's because of my sister. My sister loves to paint with oil painting, yeah. Since I was a kid, I have always been following the steps of my sister. So when my sister has this hobby of like painting with oil paint, I immediately taken up on the hobby of painting but with acrylics. But it didn't end well for me because I love to paint, but my painting is terrible compared to my sister. So after that, I've been like searching for another hobby that requires arts and craft, but that the ones that I can actually do. So I think in late COVID, or like in COVID, I have this list of the things that I love to do. Like, what is my hobby? I have dozens of hobbies. I'm not going to lie, okay? I have tons of hobbies. I really like to crochet, and I like to sew. I like to paint. I like to learn new languages, and I actually like to cook and bake. I really like cooking in general though. And I think having a hobby is cool because you can actually like talk to or like meet people with the same hobby as you are. So and then you can make like more friends, and then you can actually like try new things. And I think having a hobby is very cool, and if you don't have one, pick one up and be consistent about it, because what else that you do in your free time beside doom scrolling or just seeing the internet, like seeing Instagram or TikTok? It is beneficial if you can actually find a hobby that is good for your mental and physical health. So I'm going to talk about arts first. So, how can I say this? I like to draw. I like to draw with only a pencil or a pen. But for a bigger canvas, I really like to do it with acrylic. Back then, when COVID, I really like to do it with acrylic paint. But right now, I picked up acrylic markers because they're easier to bring whenever I want it, and they are very fast to dry it up, so I don't have to wait for like a long time. I've been trying to bring my sketchbook all together wherever I go, because and maybe like complete a spread of the sketchbook per week, so it'll be full and I can actually get better at drawing and painting. And the next hobby that I have is swimming. I didn't mention this in earlier of the video because I forgot, even though it is one of my favorite ever hobby that I still pick it up until now. So for context, I have been swimming since I was in elementary school. So for me, I really like to be in the water. So I think it's very relaxing too. Academy, like les berenang, yeah, les berenang. So I have like the basics of it. And for now, because I'm in college, I just started swimming for about once a week every now and then, due to my very packed schedule. I have been swimming since I was a child. My parents have this like apartment, and apartments do have swimming pools, so kind of every month we go to that apartment to just swim with sometimes with my friends or only with my family. I actually like to like hike a bit, or maybe just walk all together at the morning, on Sunday morning to be exact. But I did not pick that up as a hobby as I went older because I don't really like walking. Not really my cup of tea. So when I'm in college, I usually takes up my nighttime for around 2 to 3 hours to swim at night. In other cases, when I have like tons of free time, I usually swims at the afternoon until nighttime, until all of the people there are gone, like literally just me alone. And for my next hobby that I have is learning a new language. So when COVID hit, I was very bored, and my sister's actually picking up Germany because at that time she wanted to study German. My sister actually learned until like C1, level C1 in Germany, which is impressive. As a little sister looking up at her older sister, I also pick up German lessons. But I only pick it up for like one level. I only pass until like A1 if I'm not mistaken, A1, and then I switch up to Korean. And in Korean language, yeah, I just went up to 2 levels, and that's it. The other languages that I learned, like Romanian, Arabics, and then English. For Romanian, I studied myself between like apps and YouTube, and then I also learned Arabics. For Arabics, I think I am not in the professional level, but I am kind of in the middle of that, you know. For Arabics, I think it's due to the fact because it is an Islamic boarding school. So for 3 years, I learned Arabics, and throughout high school, I actually also learned Arabics. And for English, I actually graduated from LIA. If you guys know, like LIA, it is a tutoring for English. I went to LIA from elementary school up to high school, and I graduated from it. It's a very long time, and I know maybe my pronunciation or my grammatical error is there, and it's clearly not good. It's still not good because I'm also still learning. I also already taken my IELTS test January 2025 if I'm not mistaken, and the result is so lah. It's good, but I could have done better. Because it is 2026 and my IELTS will expire in 2027, I want to up my scores from 7.0 to maybe like 7.5 or 8, because one, I have to retake IELTS every time they get expired. Second of all, I have to raise the point. I don't want to like went lower than 7, maybe 6.5 or like 6. I don't want that. And this new languages hobbies, I think I'm just going to learn English even more. I'm not going to try and learn the other languages that I have already had in my brain, because it'll take up more of my time and I don't have that. So I'm just going to learn English even more to get a better score on my IELTS test in 2027. And the next on my list is craft. So arts and craft are on the same boat, but they are two different things. But I have this like one particular thing that I like to make when I was in COVID. It was like this crocheting. Actually, I really like to crochet. I crochet a lot. I crochet a hat for my cat. I crochet a cardigan. I crochet a mini dolls, you know, or like a keychain and so and whatnot. There's like tons of these crocheted things that I make. I once want to make this like a vest kind of thing, but I think the yarn is very small and the measurement is like for a kid, and I didn't read that, so but my crocheting skills are pretty good at that time, and I think if I pick it up right now I can actually still do it. For crocheting, I do not have the resources right now, but after crocheting I actually pick up sewing, but with like the literal sewing machine. At that time I was like ordering scraps of fabric, and I just make like mini bag per se, or like I patch up my mom's or my sister things, or like my sister once has this like a t-shirt that they cut with a scissors, and it has not been hemmed yet, so my sister says like, can you hem this? I was like, okay, I can, and I actually did a pretty good job to it, so I'm very proud of it. But for making a literal clothes, I think I still need to study and learn even more, but right now I do not have the resources, because the sewing machine is on my house and I am not home right now. This is my room, but not at my home. And the last item on this list is cooking and baking. To be honest, right now I don't really like cooking. I just don't like the cleaning, like after all the shit that I've been doing. Like I have to whisk something, I have to crack something, I have to switch pans, switch bowls, and I have to wash them in the end, and I don't really like that, so it's the same with baking, because they need like tons of ingredients, the ones that I make in COVID, and the aftermath is just not it. But I think why I like this hobby is because I like to eat. To be honest, I like to eat. I like to eat. I like to munch on some like snacks or like cookies. So in COVID, I actually just went on and make some of these like cheese balls, because here in Indonesia at that time we don't have any good cheese balls, so I just made it my own with like potato. I grasp it and stick a cheese onto it and then roll it out into a bowl and then fry it. And then I once make some this like lebaran cookie, 8 cookies, and at that time I think I also make my mother some birthday cookie, if I'm not mistaken. I cook and bake a lot so that I can eat it. It's just a hobby of mine that sometimes I like to pick it up, but sometimes I don't. But I think my hobby is eating. I really like to eat some desserts like brownies or like ice cream, cookies, crookie. Yeah. So I think I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to switch it up from cooking and baking to eating. And actually at some point there's this one time that my parents want me to cook dinner for every member of my families, and I have 2 older siblings, and I have my mom and dad, and then I have me, so I need to make a 5-course meal for 5 people including me, from appetizer, from the side dish, from the main dish, and to the dessert, and even like the drinks. I make it myself. That is crazy. So at the end of the day, the hobby that I still pick up is eating, swimming, art, of course, and then learning a new language, but just English this time. I am trying to be as mindful as possible, but also having the time of my life with my hobbies. Because I think with hobbies, I'll be very relaxed. Hobby is supposed to be fun. Hobbies is to learn and to have fun, and just don't put some target and pressure to yourself when you are out doing what you like. So it'll be a good time to relieve yourself after you do work or studying. I hope so for me. Yeah. And it was good for your health, eye health, because due to that blue light from your phone or from your gadgets can actually ruin your eyes. Please don't. Please be mindful about it. I think that is it. That is it for this video. I hope in the future I can pick up more hobbies as we speak, as I edit, as I upload this. I hope I found new hobbies that I can actually enjoy. If you guys have any hobbies that you wanted to share with me, please do comment down below. I really want to know what hobbies do you guys have, and maybe I'm going to try it out myself. Just stay tuned on my Instagram for any new video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Girly pop, you're going to see this face forever. That is it. Bye.